sandstorm, and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will put total leather and will get started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Missouri Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quick pass on the fly motion. Pass to 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Missouri! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
Missouri 7, South Carolina 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will get the ball for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
14, South Carolina 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's home. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Missouri, 21. South Carolina, 0.
He thought about bringing that out for half. Take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side. Powers through the defender. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer.
Got it.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And the Gamecocks are threatening in the red zone.
29 Philly.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got his man on the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. Getting some heat. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Good, right down the boulevard. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Briggs. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that...
He's running free down the middle. The 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Missouri! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he caps things off with a scintillating 68-yard scoring run. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of and get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Finds his big tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Rich. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out quickly. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. He's looking to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Bringing it back. The 30. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Quarterback now breaking the field. Caught near the sideline, it's Briggs. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Power football with the run. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Dialing up a second down pass play. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Virginia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Going up top on first down. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Looking to throw for it. Lets it fly. And it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set. First down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. To the ground with the back. At the 15, he's loose. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now they'll run the draw. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Missouri gets to the line quickly. They'll throw it on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And that pass intercepted. And he will step out of bounds. Way to get the ball back for his offense. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the ground. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the 2nd half.
Missouri, 42, South Carolina.
And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Nothing went right in that 1st half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this 1st drive for the offense.
Yeah, the 1st possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. To the ground to try to move the chains. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air, using the quick game. And he'll be brought down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Here comes the offense on 1st down. The give out of the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Gets it out fast. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Finds us back in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Gamecocks are rolling down the field.
3:25.
Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hope. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. And the Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's third and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
The give to the tailback. Tackle is made after the first down. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Missouri! And the route is on. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The offense set for a first down play.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Gamecocks will have it first and 10. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find them.
And he makes the catch inside the 15. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play on first down from the 13-yard line. Finds his man down the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the ground game. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And this has been a rough day for this offense. And finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Signals for a fair catch around the 5. Hauls it in, and he's backed up deep in his own territory. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. On the ground, it's Briggs. Bulls his way forward. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. And the Tigers are flying down the field. Running back searching for a hole. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Able to pick his way forward through a decent game before the defense gets him down. Missouri wants to go fast. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. They've been really good moving the chains on third down. Now 1 yard away from another first down on this drive. With the catch, it's Harris.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. Third down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And now to try to put things in motion on second and long from the 15. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number.
And he's running in the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Snags it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. A first down run on the doorstep. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
56, South Carolina, 20.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Looking to go up top on first down. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They're bringing heat. Gets rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Lincoln. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Looking to throw. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Virginia Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Hokies. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He's going up top here late in the game.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Missouri offense will take over.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They want that clock to run. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Gives it to the back on the draw. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. He makes the connection. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Looking for room, it's Briggs. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. They go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The offense gets the timeout, 12 ticks left on the clock.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Snap in the shotgun. He wants it all. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.